What the hash at $%? Why are you here? Why did you think it's okay to let yourself into our home without permission? You need to get out now. You need to get outside now, or I'm going to call the police. Hello there, welcome to Reddita, where we shamelessly ask you to subscribe and like the video if you enjoy it, and where we say to smash the bell and hate ourselves for it. What? You expecting some sort of funny little bit here? Excuse me, Surzan.
Ladies!
But this is a serious YouTube channel. I'm serious. Go watch my other vids, you will see. Alright. Okay, anyway, on with the video, you motherfuckers. Enjoy. Fornicators. Yeah, that's right, I know you like a little abuse. My mother-in-law says she wants to take the kids. Hi, I'm new here. I hope I get some advice on how to handle this situation. Let me start by saying me and my husband been married for 3 months now. We met 6 months after his late wife passed away. We met via an online dating website. He has been a widower for 3.5 years and has 2 kids, 11-year-old boy and an 8-year girl. We started dating, getting close and learning more about each other's lives. I met his kids and his family. I gotta say, I had a hard time of committing to someone who has lost a spouse because of the emotional package that I'd need to deal with. But my husband is a wonderful man. He's always been supportive and respectful, and I'm grateful to him for the many things he has done for me, making me feel safe and helping me rebuild my self-esteem. His mother, my mother-in-law, has never accepted the fact that the kids now have a new mom. She's tried to tell me so many times that just because my husband chose me as his wife, I don't get to play mom with her grandkids. She told me to not dare change anything in their habits/activities/etc. and when and where they see their grandma. She started fully getting involved in the kids' lives after me and my husband got married. She'd show up unannounced to see the kids, take the kids to her house to spend the weekends there. She wouldn't respect my parenting nor the decisions I make in regards of changing schools, steps we take to ensure kids' safety, saying that she knows the kids better than me. Whenever I try to have a conversation with her, she'd respond with, "You're not their mom. Why do you care?" My husband tells me she's always been like that, even with his late wife. I try so hard to not let her negativity affect me, but it's been taking a toll on me lately. She's already turned my 11-year stepson against me. He's now so hateful towards everyone around him, except for his grandma. I've been having a very difficult time dealing with temper tantrums, angry attitude, fighting with his sister, getting into physical fights in school, which is the reason why we constantly had to change schools. And not just the fighting. He shows no respect or compliance to anyone, not even his own dad. I've been told that I should not call him or treat him like he was my son, because this would cause emotional conflicts. And it hurt me so much. I really wish I have a better relationship with him like the one I have with my stepdaughter. She's such a sweet soul. She's recently started calling me mama. I remember the first time she said it, my husband was in tears. It made me feel happy and loved. Yesterday, mother-in-law showed up to our house to see the kids. I tend to not get too involved, I just let my husband deal with her while I go into my room to finish my project or prepare a meal for us. But she showed up while my husband was at work, so I just let her spend a couple of hours with the kids and hope she wouldn't try to make a scene or start a fight. Anyways, my stepdaughter was playing outside with her bicycle. She was hungry and wanted a sandwich. She started saying, "Mom, I'm hungry." My mother-in-law heard her say mom. She got angry and tried to scold her for saying the word. She was grabbing her arm so tight, trying to punish her. She was hurting her. I came out of the kitchen and took my stepdaughter's arm out of her hand and asked her what she was thinking, trying to punish a little girl for not doing anything wrong. My mother-in-law started throwing a fit, told me that I'm not my stepdaughter's mom, told me I should stop with lying/manipulating the kids and make them believe that they're mine. She even told me to have my own children to call me mom if I was so desperate. She finished by saying that she has the right to be called their mom because she's been there all their lives, not just 3 years. I felt bad. I sat at the kitchen table and cried. What she said cut deep. She basically admitted that she'd try her best to make the kids hate me and treat me as a stranger and the evil woman who took their mom's place. I feel completely tired and confused. I told my husband what happened. He got angry at what his mom said, and he said he will not let her see the kids alone from now on. And when he called her to tell her about what he decided, she said that he can't do that because she's their grandma, called me a wicked witch, and threatened to go to court to get the kids. Things have absolutely gotten complicated in a short amount of time. She's starting to show her true colors and is complaining that we cannot ban her or stop her from seeing the kids. But I've seen the effect she has on them, especially with my stepson. I know that having this woman constantly harassing me will always make my life like hell and eventually destroy my relationship with my stepdaughter. Mother-in-law broke into our house. Cross-posting from another sub at the urging of a frequenter of this sub. I'm new here today, and now that I know I'm indeed not an R, think that you all would enjoy this incredibly messed up story in its entirety. I live in the US, so things are pretty scary right now with the virus. My husband, child and myself have been taking every precaution and only leave our house for necessities. We also wear masks every time we leave the house. My in-laws are another story. They don't take it seriously and take little to no precautions, and thus we have had little contact with them throughout the pandemic. Things are worse than ever now in our state, with skyrocketing cases, so back to window visits only. Last night, after we put a little one down, my husband hopped on to play games, and I headed upstairs to watch girly shows and get some sleep, since Lo has been an early riser these days. I settled in and was just about to fall asleep when our dog let out a panicked howl. I knew my husband wouldn't hear it with his gaming headset on, so I go down in my underwear and a t-shirt to check things out. It's almost always a neighbor who gets home from work late and their car door spooks the dog for some reason. I get downstairs, and there is my mother-in-law standing in my house. Her first words are, "I think we need to talk about your behavior." Explosion from me. Here is a brief summary of what I remember saying. What the $%? Why are you here? Why did you think it's okay to let yourself into our home without permission? You need to get out now. You need to get outside now, or I'm going to call the police. She stammers a bit, flustered at my outburst, and then runs out crying. I get my husband, and he is pissed. This is a hard boundary line crossed, as both my husband and I are private people and this is known to them. We get outside with masks on to try and calm down and get to the bottom of it all. We have an emotional talk about how their choices have impacted their ability to see their grandchild, and it finally appears to have sunk in, even though we have explained this to them before. This was her first issue with my/our behavior of late. However, the behavior she's most upset about is that I recently rushed no to Syl's wedding shower. It's outside and only 20 people or so, but it's not a risk I'm willing to take right now. I bought an appropriate gift and was going to set up a socially distanced fire with some of Syl's favorite snacks, drinks and even some already purchased themed decorations to celebrate. I had not yet gotten the chance to tell sister-in-law directly, as I had just messaged the bridal party group chat, which is minus the bride for planning purposes, earlier that day, and it was a crazy busy Monday. I intended on telling her and setting up a day today. Well, of course mother-in-law had already shared this information with her. I also did not attend the bachelorette party earlier on. Sister-in-law seemed completely understanding of my fears and was okay with it when we spoke prior to the event. Well, according to mother-in-law, sister-in-law is heartbroken about me missing both events. If so, she gave no indication, and I'm not one to pry people. You tell me we are good, smile sincerely, and I'm going to take it as truth. I'm no mind reader, and I hate when people expect you to know how they feel. Sister-in-law and I already set up a chat for later this week, as I truly love my sister-in-law and fully support her marriage to her future husband and want to clear the air and find out what her true feelings are. Whatever, continuing on with the current situation at hand. Mother-in-law and I kinda patch things up. Mother-in-law apologizes and then asks for an apology from me for threatening to call the police. No, I'm not sorry. You broke into our house. It seemed sincere, but still seemed to lack the understanding of the severity of the offense, since she then asked me for mine. She didn't push it, after I ignored the comment completely and continued with the regular goodbye pleasantries, but I'm just so pissed. I feel so incredibly violated. Edit info. Mother-in-law claimed the door was unlocked and ajar. While it may have been unlocked, husband locks up before coming to bed. Since he has to take the dog out, it was definitely not ajar. The door swings all the way open if not latched, and I know it was closed when turning off downstairs lights before bed. It is possible though, that it was locked, and that she made a key behind our backs while house sitting. That is unclear. Mills' reasoning, while in the heat of the argument, for coming into the house was that she was afraid that we were going to take our son and run, cutting off all contact. My husband will be having a conversation tonight with his parents regarding what happened. He will also be providing them with covered information and guidelines from reputable sources to ensure they are fully educated on the situation and why we cannot see them right now. We love them and we will work through this, but it will definitely take time and harsher security measures and boundaries for now. Whoa, you made it to the end? Nice. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and like. I'm a new channel, and it helps a lot more than you think. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.